Patriot way, the discipline of the team, and it seems like
you want to practice discipline? Keep it in your pants. Why don't you do that? Listen, we're all people. We all got needs. Whatever. I'm a married man myself. But what were you guys doing? I mean, and then supposedly, then a friend of mine had texted me earlier today say that Rossini's husband had a tail on her, supposedly, when she went out to Arizona.
Oh, really?
I don't know how true that is, so I don't want to be spreading false information like that. But given if you looked at the way if you saw, I don't know how much of the pictures you actually saw, those look like a PI took them.
Yeah.
Like an undercover detective, someone who really knows what the hell they're doing.
Right. Well, here's the other interesting part too. She recently had a kid in the last couple of years.
She named him Michael.
That's crazy. You can't. You're talking about soap opera. You can't write that stuff. I mean, it's in the paper.
No, I know it's and I hate to say it, Miss Rossini gave us all from Jersey a bad name because she is from Jersey. Actually.
Oh, okay.
She was born in the Bronx. She grew up in northern Bergen County.
Okay.
That's like New York, Jersey. Am I right there?
Yeah.
But she's not from where I'm from. But
yeah. Okay. So besides the actual soap opera, the drama that's around the situation, what do you think this means for the insider trading aspect? Obviously, she knows things about teams that he doesn't know, and he knows things about his team that she shouldn't know. Do you think that there was any crossing of the lines? How is there no investigation?
I think there's probably going to be one at some point, and I don't see how there isn't. Again, given the nature of the relationship and given now that he's back in New England, I think if he'd have stayed in Tennessee, I don't think they would have. I mean, they still would have made a big deal out of it, but not to this degree. I think it was because the Patriots are so despised nationwide, like I said, outside of the Boston area. And everything done in the dark will come to light.
Yep.
So,
how do you think this affects? I mean, New England's a Patriot team that's coming off of a Super Bowl, didn't lose a lot of key pieces, still had a lot of picks to be able to make the right changes, help Will Campbell on the line if he's healthy coming into this next season. Do you think this will negatively impact the team going forward, or is this going to be one of those stories that just kind of gets thrown to the wayside as the success of the Patriots keeps going up?
I think the more successful they are, the more it gets swept back under the rug.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to go away immediately because when they all report, I think the mini camps are next month, right?
Yeah.
May. So.
And he's missing the third day of the draft.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard that too. I mean. They'll answer the questions initially, and then once the first day or two of questions have been asked, people they'll be like, I'm not talking about this shit no more. Get away from me.
And I'm shocked it's even playing the draft as much as it has, but
yeah.
Well, that's football right now. Well, then let's get to our last-ish topic of the day, basketball. We're in the middle of the playoffs. Pretty much every series is going the way you'd expect, except the Knicks. What is going on with the Knicks right now?
I think they're sleeping on Atlanta. They've slept on these past two games for sure.
Definitely.
I think Jalen Brunson is bothered by long athletic defenders that are significantly taller than him, which Atlanta does have a few of those guys.
Yeah.
And they haven't, and for whatever reason they haven't adjusted. They've been a little, especially in game 2, they were really turnover prone to that. Because I watched it from the middle of the third quarter on. They would turn that ball over left and right. They would handle it like it was a friggin' hand grenade.
Yeah.
I mean, Brunson turned it over a bunch of times,
Do you think it's a problem that Brunson is a short, of all the star players that are in the NBA, Wembanyama, Jokic, Bron, Giannis, those are all dudes who are above 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
Brunson's probably the only guy in the NBA who's not that tall. He is Cat, of course, but it's really just him at the helm being the star player. So he's got to match up against these big guys. I mean, how is that affecting them going into the playoffs now?
Well, I mean, he's made a pretty good career in New York, despite being on this side. He is a hell of a player. I like him. I'm not a Knicks fan, but I like him a lot. But I respect him. But eventually, the physical limitations reveal themselves.
Yeah.
And again, not to steal anything from Mr. K, he said this about the Knicks team. He's been saying it the whole season about them. When your two best players, him and Karl Anthony Towns, are bad defenders, it creates a problem.
It's true.
Now to go to the antithesis of that, years back, the Chicago Bulls were in their run. Who were their two best defenders? Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
You got what you got.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks are physically superior to Atlanta. I think they're a better team if you line them up man for man. And usually in basketball, that's usually enough to get it done. But this Atlanta team's scrappy. They're well coached. They have a guy who's a shot maker in C.J. McCollum.
Yeah. So then on the other side of the East, we also, in my opinion, I think a really interesting challenge going on is the Sixers and the Celtics. The Celtics seem to be having a trouble. They always have trouble with the Sixers, it seems, especially when the Sixers are at home. They're having another game tonight. I think that this could turn the tide in either direction if the Sixers decide to tie up the series or vice versa if the Celtics go up 3-1. Who do you think takes this series and what is the most important for each team?
I think Boston finds a way to pull it out simply based on the fact that I just think they're better.
Yeah.
I mean, Philly will fight just because, I think Joel Embiid's health, is the key to everything for them. Maxey will be fine. He'll play. He'll be on the floor. I think the Celtics will win that. I just think they'll fight. I just think they're better. Really, sometimes it is just that simple.
Yeah. No.
Now if Philly comes back and beats them, you could tell me I'm an idiot and I don't know and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But no, I mean Philly's not bad. Philly will, and they're going back down to Philly 1-1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I mean anything can happen. But like I said, I think the Celtics will find a way to pull it out.
Fair.
I think it's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they'll brush Philly off. I don't think they'll win these next three straight. I think that's going 6 at least.
Okay.
I think it is.
So the last topic of the day, and then we can wrap it up. The West seems pretty cut and dry. Spurs are whooping on that team. I believe it's the Suns that they're playing right now. Every other team seems like it's pretty much the best team that we knew coming into the West is winning.
Is it Oklahoma City playing?
Oklahoma's whooping on the Suns. The Spurs are whooping on Portland. It's pretty much cut and dry. But the one thing that's not consistent is the Lakers. The Lakers are
another soap opera.
So okay, give me your thoughts on that then. Do you think this is all fugazi that eventually LeBron goes down, or do you think this is actually a possible run for the Lakers to be able to go on? It's not just
Kevin is Katie out the rest of the series?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he is. Then the Lakers and the Lakers still don't have Doncic and Reeves,
no,
right? No, they don't.
No, Doncic comes back the second round, and Austin Reeves comes back the second round.
So, well, this is a perfect opportunity for LeBron to assert his will.
Mm-hmm.
I have very mixed feelings on LeBron James. I'm not one of these older people who just hates him because they're such a Jordan fan. And I'm not all these, and I'm not of these younger generation people who they kiss his ass and he can do no wrong. I think he is a magnificent, wonderful talent. He has had a phenomenal career. I don't take that from him. The only thing that annoys me about LeBron, I think he's very image conscious. I get that vibes from him. See, if you look back during when all the social issues were taking place, Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson used to get criticized years ago for not speaking up enough. And then all of a sudden he starts going at the forefront of them. Why? In part, I think because he knows it's good for his image. That's just my opinion. And then everything about a lot of people have a problem with him using his poll to get his son drafted. I think Bronny would have benefited from staying at USC 3 years. I think he should have stayed 2 more years in college. Then he would have been.
Yeah, know how to be a star player.
Yeah. He's a little too image conscious, and he tries to control the narrative more than any athlete I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Jordan used to get the most preferential treatment from referees I've ever seen in my life. I mean, there were playoff games years ago. I'd see him whack the hell out of somebody, and actually make flesh contact with him, with the other guy, and the ref was standing with the whistle in his mouth. And you're like, well, I know it's him, but still. But I still think, like I said, if LeBron's I think this series with Houston is a good opportunity for him to resurrect himself. Not that necessarily he needs resurrecting, but for him to,
Get back to this one.
yeah, I think